I have spent over $200,000 in the past 12 months with TikTok ads to scale my stores to over $400,000 since September, 100K from April to June, and 35K this month in July. The reason I'm able to do this month after month is because I've somewhat learned the ways of the mysterious TikTok ads, and I have a core foundation on how to test, analyze, and scale products consistently week after week. So I'm going to cut right to the chase in this video, and I'm going to showcase exactly how to maximize your profits and minimize your losses with TikTok ads. I know I talk a lot about testing campaigns, but it is very important that you have a solid foundation for testing that you can use every single time so you're not changing variables product test to product test. My previous video was a little bit more in depth about the testing strategy, but the core foundation is one campaign with 10 ad groups, $20 or $25 budgets, lowest cost, 10 ad creatives within each ad group, 5 lines of text. It is very important that you have 10 different creatives, 5 lines of text with the smart creative ads turned on. This is great for the TikTok algorithm, and TikTok likes it when you push a lot of content on each ad group and within each campaign. So moving on to analyzing testing campaigns, my students ask me all the time, like, what metrics should I be looking at? What vanity metrics are the most important? And to be honest, I don't look at a lot of vanity metrics because we're drop shipping and we strictly want conversions. If I were to look at one vanity metric, it would be cost per click or CPC, and every single one of my winners has fallen in between the range of a 10-cent CPC up to a 50-cent CPC. It doesn't mean that if your CPC is above that, it's not going to work. I'm just saying that the winners that I have had have been in that range. And it's important to know that they're in this range right from testing. I'm not trying to bring a product down to be a winner. Usually when I test it, you know right away that it's a winner and you're going to be able to scale it. It's a lot easier when you find a winning product rather than trying to make a product a winner. Yes, that can work, but it's a lot more difficult. This moves on to another key foundation that I always follow, and it's to not get emotionally attached to a product. I see so many people who want to just keep retesting and retesting product when it hasn't worked 2-3 days in a row. They might be looking at too many vanity metrics and thinking that, oh, it shows good metrics, it must be a winner. But in reality, it's not getting any sales, very little out of carts. And at that point, you should just move on, cut your losses, and move to the next product. Hey, what's up, guys? I forgot to mention that I just made an ebook. It's called The 5 Rules for Success. It just talks about the 5 rules that I've learned and followed over the last 6 years, and I think are direct correlations to the success that I've accomplished up to now. So if you want to check it out, just follow me on Instagram and DM me the word ebook, and I'll send it to you for free. It's literally like 7 pages. You guys can read it in like, I don't know, 10 minutes maybe. So yeah, let me know if you want it. Just DM me on Instagram. Another key pattern that I've seen across all my ad accounts and across all my campaigns is that most of the time the ad groups that perform best usually start performing around 8 a.m. and stop performing around 4 p.m. So on a graph, it kind of looks like a standard deviation shape with the beginning of the day and the end of the day not performing well. So once I was able to see this pattern, I was able to turn off my campaigns earlier in the day rather than letting them spend and wasting a lot of dead money. So you might say, why not just use day parting? Well, in my experience, I've tried day parting, and when I start day parting campaigns, I find that TikTok pushes spend super quick within these time frames, and it actually makes the campaigns and ad groups more volatile than they already are. TikTok is already inconsistent in its own, so there's no reason to push spend between a few hours and make it even more volatile. Just do the manual work and turn off these campaigns earlier in the day before midnight. You can even set up automated rules that do this for you, but it's really not hard to just click a button and turn them off. If you haven't figured out yet, TikTok is all about making new campaigns every single night for the next day. Very rarely do I ever see a campaign perform well for more than 2 days. Sometimes I'll leave a campaign on for the second day with only a few ad groups running, but the third day is almost always bad, and there's no point to even run it for the third day. Moving on to scaling, I can only talk about my experience with my stores, but for the most part, scaling with cost caps has been the most lucrative method in my experience. You can scale with cost caps with multiple creatives with smart smart creative turned on, or you can even isolate your variable with your best ads. It's important to find the sweet spot for your bid, for your product and your creatives, and you can mess around with the bids until you find what works best. And with cost caps, it's very important that your budget is 50 times your bid. So if your bid is $1, your budget should be 50 times 1, so $50. And don't worry, your budget can get very, very high, but remember, you're running cost cap, so it's not going to spend over your desired CPA. Alright, those are basically the core principles that I have used, followed the past 12 months, and have stayed pretty consistent over time. Moving forward, I think TikTok and really all media platforms are just going to get more and more competitive, and because of this, some companies will die, some brands will stop running ads on these platforms, but I think the ones that stick around are the ones that are able to spend more for their desired CPA. So if you're a dropshipper, you might want to look more towards products with higher profit margins, and yes, that entails selling products that are more expensive. Don't be afraid of selling products that are over $50. I think so many dropshippers have that limiting belief that they can't sell anything over $50 on TikTok. That is simply just not true. I have sold multiple products over $60, and my current winner right now is over $80, and I have sold a product that was $80 in the past. I know it works. I think it's very slept on, and if you can find a product in that price range with a good margin of $30, $40, $50, it will be so much easier to scale, and in the long run will be so much more lucrative. With that being said, I hope you guys can take these tools, tips, tricks, whatever you want to call them, into your own business and apply them when you're running TikTok ads. And don't sleep on selling higher ticket products. I'm telling you, I think it's the move moving forward, and I think a lot more people are going to start trying that on TikTok, especially as TikTok gets better with their interest targeting and their pixel optimization. Alright, that's it for this video. See you guys on Monday.